But you
trying
don't
to
have to
grab
deal
us.
with one, and it'd have to take like you guys have a little bit of a head start before it makes it over to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
okay.
it's over in this little nook
Mhm.
here, and it's gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? How are there footsteps on my roof? That's not supposed to happen.
There's something in my attic.
Basically, yeah.
I'm not meant to be there. Stupid.
That's where I keep the corpses for later.
Yeah. So, and then we still get to investigate the place of power, which I mean, hear me out.
But the way
But
station. though.
what is a moonlight greatsword if not power?
what
I see here
You know
is
what? I'm
place
here.
of
I'm here
moonlight
to-
greatsword.
The place of moonlight grates.
a place.
Oh my god, perfect.
Place of moonlight greatsword. Okay.
I still think it's like here because this would just be cinematically like perfect because it's like so isolated and there's only one path to get there.
That would be very true, but remember, I'm not confirming or denying it, but I did roll for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you also said it was. I think you said something about it like being fitting or something. I don't know.
I thought it was fitting because it was funny.
It's in Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's actually inside the plane. You guys just haven't killed it yet. So
Genuinely, I wouldn't be surprised if it was because it is like a moonlight plant.
I mean, that's the thing. You guys can like, if you guys can figure out what's up with the plant, you guys might be able to ask it to like tell you. Not like specifically like, where's the moonlight greatsword? Then everyone's like, what? How do you know
Hey,
about
you
moonlight
you
greatsword?
know of a location.
But you
of
can
great
ask
moonlight
it
power?
the logical thing of like, are there any objects of power? Any cool?
And like I just said, moonlight greatsword is power, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
of course.
immediately be like, oh,
Yeah,
items of power. They're talking about. The
I
moonlight
probably
greatsword.
roll for it to see like how far it can detect. Because if it rolls like a nat one, it's like there are no items of power within 100 feet of it.
It gets a nat 20. It's like out to here.
I mean, maybe I don't know. It could shoot a fucking moonlight lance across the fucking map, right? I think it has the capability of like doing it.
The source of power was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, but I can't equip people.
You sure can. Not with that fucking attitude, you can't. Have
You
you
guys
tried?
aren't small enough to equip you.
This I didn't prepare it, but there's locate object.
You'd have to know what the object is, though, or like
Yeah.
I guess
that's
you could
true.
like pick a general guideline, but then it's like, why would your character pick great
Yeah, we
sword?
already established that Keenan didn't play Dark Souls, so he's know what the.
Yeah. It also goes out 1,000 feet, which
We don't
does
talk
cover a
about
good
that.
chunk of area.
Really does.
Yeah, this place isn't
Relatively.
huge. Like it's like just barely
About
a
a mile.
mile.
Hmm.
It's just most of it's unwalkable terrain. Well, walk though.
Yeah, it was unwalkable terrain.
I would say the water isn't normal water, but I don't think that surprises any of you in the fucking slightest.
What?
Nope.
It's Fiji.
It's filtered
Yeah.
water.
It's thick water.
It's like, I mean, sort of actually, yeah.
I hate that.
It sort of is, yeah. It's like
It's
sort
got
of
thickener in it.
They take
It's
a
like a bit-
step and you
yeah, a
can't
bit
lift your
thicker.
foot up.
No, it's not like non-Newtonian fluid.
It's a
Definitely
liqueur.
is
It's
still, like,
oobleck, that's what it is.
It is still fluid. It is still fluid. Like it does not react to like being stomped upon or whatever. So
Viscous.
yeah, just a bit thicker.
Actually, see if we're going
I guess like
across
akin to like
here.
slightly like crepe batter,
Hmm.
or like pancake batter because it's a little bit thicker than crepe batter. Something like that.
Yeah, you know, technically you can walk across custard as well if you're fast
Yeah,
enough.
because it's a non-Newtonian.
Yeah, they did it on Brainiac when I was a kid. It was a
Yo, Brainiac
Mm.
with Richard Hammond,
Yes.
and then I don't remember anyone else on the show.
That's all you need.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was saying if we go across here and then we go across like the way the deep shown, not deep, so fucking hell, Dorky. Sorry, showing just now. We could do the water walk thing and then go around here.
Mayhaps. Oh.
Yeah.
Unless we
I
decide
like-
to go around here.
Entering the water, or is there like a plan from getting here to?
Yeah, because I'm thinking water walks. We're not actually having to go in the water and then.
Yeah. Water walk across.
I
here,
need
it's
to
only-
go grab a package on my door, and I'm also gonna use the restroom. But when I come back, we'll get started. But yeah, find out.
Going from here, it's like 375 to 400 feet. I'm not going to do the math, but that doesn't seem like a long a long journey.
I'm not gonna do the
Um,
math, but I'm probably right.
You gotta go with mathematics and just wing it.
Naturally, Chris.
Well, if you measure from like right at the coast, it's like 390 to 400 feet. I don't know how many rounds that would be. I don't know if he would even be doing rounds, but the fact that we have a bit of a head start on this freak here, I think that jumping across that would be our best bet.
Yeah, because I
We
could
have to-
always do pass without a trace,
Yes.
and then that will hopefully keep us quiet for a bit longer.
I also
It
have that,
lasts
but I can only do
for-
it once.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I've got it at second
'cause I
level. I've got
also
2
has
spell
it.
slots, so I can at least spam it a couple of times.
Yeah, but if you don't want to use yours, I'm just saying, like,
Oh yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
have
yeah,
one
yeah,
too
yeah,
that I'm like, there's no other situation where I'm going to use this.
I
yeah,
will
yeah, yeah.
say,
No, I'm just saying, like, so how many we've got,
Yeah.
but that's fine.
Kasai's probably gonna ritual cast water walk,
We-
which means no spell slot consumption, and then she can also
During.
prepare pass without trace.
At what point I'll be like doing a long rest then?
We would be doing it before we
Okay.
leave this lighthouse.
Yeah.
So,
So.
probably right away.
Fingers crossed for the no encounter.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, Crash is gone. I'm also gonna go. I'll be right back.
Interesting zone.
And then from the place of power, I don't know.
Place of power,
Because-
I think we should just follow the route that we have,
Mhm.
and then debate either going across this bridge or just going around.
Or going across here, because if we have water walk, then this
Oh
becomes
man,
lots
Yeah,
of
but
shit.
only
If
lasts
I
for an
had to-
hour. Would
so
it take us
going
an
quick
hour
would be
to get through
easier.
all of this, though?
It only lasts an hour. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
it
and we have
lasts
to go
an
through
hour,
this area
but
which
it
is
also
trapped, so we'd probably go
There's
slower.
also
yeah, it's also a
Paths
ritual.
that-
So
Yeah, and I assume we're going to be here for like a hot minute as well. So
true.
With the
which if
crazy
the
guy.
third just ends up being a pretty swell dude.
What's a third just again?
there is this thing, but I didn't prepare any material components for it. So I didn't have to ask Crash about that. But
Yeah.
divination might
He'll probably be fine.
shed some light on something.
Do
Usually
you have
disregards
gold
material
coins on you?
stuff.
Do I have what? I have coins, yeah, but I don't have any.
Yeah,
Like,
you
in
might like
specific
to
component
spend the
offerings.
25 GP to. I've seen that
Yeah.
done before.
Incense and sacrificial offering appropriates your religion together with worth at least 25 GP.
oh,
So it
okay,
needs-
so it's basically
So we
like a
need some
free tip.
incense. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's a level
Wait, is
4
this
spell.
not
Jesus.
the?
It's
Divot?
what?
Oh, divot. Oh, this is different from what I was thinking. This isn't. What am I thinking of? The one where it's like a wheel. Whoa.
It's called
Wheel
Wheel
and
and Woe,
Woe.
my guy.
Oh,
No. What is it?
that's the feature, isn't it? But
Oh yeah, that's
there's
the
also
feature.
spell.
There's a augury? No,
Augury.
is-
Augur.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the right one.
All right. Where let's see.
That one's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
more.
no, that is it. Yeah, Wheel Woe, and then other. Okay.
Yeah, it's a second level version
So,
of this with the ritual casting.
Okay. Here's this. Cool.
I'm gonna turn my heater off. I'll be right back.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Pointing.
There's a lot of good fourth level spells for cleric. Banishment, control water, death ward, control water. Could be
I
useful,
like how you
actually.
just kind of glazed over there, like, wait a second.
I just had a like, hold on a minute. I could create a current for us. That it's like running on an escalator, 300 feet.
That's good. You could also make a counter current to our motion so that it can't really detect us. So
Yeah.
either we go fast or we don't get detected.
It's concentration up
How much control water?
to 10 minutes. No, it's only 10 minutes. But if shit goes into like initiative, that would be pretty big.
I think it would make a difference, yeah. Or if it's that moment of like, oh hey, our character's about to literally die, because I don't think Crash is gonna roll to hit us or roll for damage. It's if you have fucked up, you have fucked up.
And then there's Death Ward, Freedom of Movement, Divination, Locate Creature, and Stone Shape. I do have Greater Invisibility and Aura of Life as well, 4th levels. A lot of options to choose from.
Well, the choice is yours.
You decide.
Oh my gosh, it takes me back.
But yeah, Freedom of Movement is probably the better option.
So,
Yeah.
is that for this way round? Yeah.
Say again?
The freedom of movement, is that for this way round? I take it?
Yeah, well,
Any risk
honestly, yeah.
situation would be good.
Or just any situation? Oh, like this way as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
in any...
if there's any grabbable moments, it would
Yeah.
come in big.
Yeah,
Fairy
okay.
Movement is a very good oh shit spell.
Mm-hmm.
I can do
Oh shit,
it
better
3
move.
times. Yeah.
Okay.
Alternatively, a Dimension Door is also
Yeah, that's 500 feet.
500.
Oh, but
that
no,
could-
Crash
Lord?
warned us against
Oh, yeah,
Dimension Door in this
totally.
on this plane.
Oh, really?
It will
think
create a
he's-
I know
literal
that.
door into another dimension.
Yeah, I think he was saying like
Well, let's not do
that's
that.
about the limit, and even then, like you said, the doorway to another dimension.
Oh, if we did that, and then the fucking planet we fought earlier starts like wriggling through.
Hey guys, let's going.
Like you thought you got rid of me. Thanks. That's cool. So we're gonna Jesus our way across here. Oh,
Who?
Jesus our way across here.
Oh, you mean the
Jesus
Prophet
of Nazareth?
Misfortune.
Yes. Ba bada bing.
Saint of Calamity.
Run like an
Same
absolute
thing, that's it.
Imagine
Nazareth would
across
be in this
here.
place.
And then down here, yeah? Or
Or here.
that seems to be the one that we're kind of going
Yeah,
back and forth
I'm
on.
back.
yeah,
Welcome
we're figuring
back.
out how to get to
And
here,
we're
and
on
then
lighter.
from here we determine.
Yeah, just figure it out when we get there.
Okay, so you guys are gonna
Long rest in
just
the
talk to your
Screw all
local
this.
neighborhood madman and
Yes, our friend.
ask for some tea and biscuits.
Mhm.
And
He's not mad. He's super sane. There's a difference.
he's not super sane.
He's not mad, he's just
Super
disappointed.
Saiyan?
He's not super sane either. That would make this a lot easier. No, he's just normal sane. Right? Because a
Usain
super
Bolt.
sane person would probably also shoot you because he doesn't think you guys are have a point.
Or are real.
Madman would also shoot you because he thinks that you're out to get him. A
It's
normal sane
bullets all the
person
way down.
actually still engages in civility. If he is sane. I'm not saying
If.
he ain't. It'd be really funny if you guys were just like walking down this way and then you get shot in the head.
Oh,
Don't say
gosh.
that.
Oh, Santa, no!
Someone's gonna die.
Mm.
Oh, fun!
You.
Again, all these traps are his traps, so you guys might get killed by him, in theory. So, you guys' plan is to do this? Yes?
Yes.
Skip
yes.
half this area.
So you guys will start to deal with this Mambo Jumbo. Did the stalkers enlighten you as to the other parts?
Which other
Which other
parts
parts?
do you mean?
So,
Other monsters, right?
correct.
The aquatic creatures.
Yeah. I how to say this. If you guys go this path, it will be it may or may not be a repeat. It probably will be a repeat of a certain time where you guys did something similar. Not in this campaign, but in a previous campaign. Where instead of taking one evil or the other, you decide to walk in between two evils and then had to suffer from both of them.
Okay. Maybe we
Yeah.
should
Because
do this
as-
then.
Shit, what did we do
Because
that?
this
I have
the
no idea.
fucking Crystal Song Golem and the Vine Sama.
Oh,
For some
Fuck,
insane reason, we're just like,
yeah.
yes, we'll not choose one of the two. We'll fight both. It was
If you
the
just go in
fucking
between
worst
them,
decision.
you get. Yeah, the guy that can snipe a disintegrate ray like fucking mile. Yeah, you probably don't want to get Infinite's last side ever.
Do you know whose brilliant idea that was? Mine.
So just for transparency's sake, the zone is divided into three. I don't know, ecosystems. I guess you call it that.
Right, so it's like,
I
oh,
think it's more like this, and then I guess it sort of dies out over here. It's that not exact lines, but there are three
we can't
zones.
see what you're
One
marking,
which
you're marking something.
I'm not marking anything anymore.
Oh, okay.
There are three zones.
Oh, you and Anusha.
One which is being terraformed by the mob. One in which Voidic influence has some sort of extra evolutionary capabilities. And another zone which is less terraformed because that makes it sound like the original parts are being kept. Like the morphed guy was a guy at some point, right? Like they were something
fellas.
before.
They were lads.
Whereas this other zone on the right is not something that is being converted. It is moreover something that's just outright being replaced by the sort of tendril, slimy, voidic influence. So this bottom left one is where the extra evolutionary stuff is happening. And I think I told the stalkers, yeah, just imagine like what a voidic gator looks like.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, all the ecosystems here sort of keep themselves in check.
Yeah.
Because neither one can grow too big, or else the other one will get to it. Weird balance. So if you guys walk this line, I don't think you guys will be definitely the child will be the greater danger. But there will still be stuff that's sort of fishing around here that might take a jab at you. Just so we're transparent. If that is an acceptable outcome, then so be it.
See, that's probably still safer than having like both of the hell kids going at you. Anyway, so
I will tell you this: both of these routes are a skill challenge thing. So you guys will have to justify to me how your skills will get you across. And when you're running across open water, because there's nothing else there, you'll have less. I don't know, say props. I guess the word less things to interact with, because it would just be sheer running. The amount of successes you guys need for each route will be different. I will not say which one's higher or lower. And of course, it is the standard rule of if you fail 3 times, then you guys better decide which one of you is dying. It'll be a group vote on which one of you dies. If you guys get 3 failures multiple times, then you better start, drawing straws.
I think
so. Yeah,
going this way has a little more merit then, because at the very least we know what we're dealing with here. If we go across here, we know half of what we're dealing with. We don't know what the fuck's coming up here. As well as, like you said, like the pathway is much clearer, which is a detriment to us.
I can give you guys some insights as the sort of creatures, because the stalkers would have this heads up. Voidically corrupted gators, giant catfish, crawdads, which are more of a crawdaddies at this point because they're so big.
Why would you say this?
There's a Twinsian.
Speak this into the.
There is a Twinsian native parasitic species called the underswept. They're like a swarm of worms that will pull people into the water, drown them, and infest their corpse.
oh, lovely.
They're nasty.
Yeah, so that's what they do naturally. Yeah. So those would be probably the main predators. I guess you would want to call them that. Main predators you'd have to deal with.
Do you want to throw some music on?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, since we're kind of into it.
We've not even had recap.
I mean, I'd rather do this so we could do recap and then just roll into it.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, I have the perfect thing.
I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, it's perfect.
Will this get flagged?
Smartass.
I don't think so.
This is far too cheerful considering what we're about to get ourselves.
Okay, fine. Alright, fine. Fine!
I mean, I was just being sarcastic, but
No, you did it. You caused it.
Too late.
too late. It wasn't signifying our impending doom. I think maybe the music for Countdown might be a bit more significant for that one, but
You guys can keep going and look, I'm fitting music.
Okay. So what path do we want to do? What the fuck do we want to do at the plant? Because I feel like that can affect what path we want to take.
Yeah. So what were our options with the plan again? Is taking its seed, but in order for it to give us the seed,
It would have to like kill itself, yeah.
right? Okay. Um.
I know what the point.
Huh?
Only one other person in this
Which-
call will like it.
If we
Hmm.
if we kill the plant, then I vote that Blair carries the seed because it's her.
You motherfucker.
What was the reason? I like it in here.
oh, Crash!
Me and Nina like this music. I don't know what you're
It's
talking about.
good
To the point where
music,
I think
but
Silas
there's
now
no
knows it in game, so.
Tee-hee.
The reason
No,
for why
the last
we
time
make
you used
Blair
this song, it
carry the seed
sucked.
thread
Yes.
I nearly died.
Why Blair?
because it's her.
You did nearly die.
We fixed that.
I just put up the music.
It goes back to a baby stage that knows nothing, and we need to erase it.
Yeah,
It won't know nothing, but it definitely won't be helpful
No, no,
for
no.
what you guys have.
It knows
going
nothing.
forward.
Makes sense.
But yeah. So that is an option. The only other option I can think of is that like one of us carries it like on our back, basically.
Just implants its
That's
roots
the
into
part
the
I've been
spine,
juggling
easy.
this entire time. It's huge. Like it is like a massive thing. So like you guys wouldn't be able to. You in your current size wouldn't be able to carry it. If one of you were a large-sized creature, then it could sort of grow onto your back, and then you could carry it. But like,
Ugh.
right now, it
It
would
just
basically be
only lasts
over-encumbering
1
you.
minute. So
I think
we
I run
turn-
the math on it. It should weigh around. Wait, what I put? It would weigh around.
You say something like a ton.
Not a ton, no.
Several hundred pounds.
Not several hundred
Wow.
actually.
Really?
if only I brought
225 to 275 pounds.
That's a chunky plant.
Yeah, I sort of took reference of like how much like a pine tree and oak tree, like sort of trees would weigh. But the thing is, like, it's not a tree. It doesn't have like the density of it. Its stem isn't as thick and like it's not like massive. Its stem and its leaves and vines are not the same as like tree branches. So it would be substantially lighter. It's definitely less hardier, like as hardy as wood.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
it's a
that
lot
tracks.
more water based. Like, flowers often are compared to trees, so
A lot of the weight would be water.
correct.
Just water weight.
I was thinking, like, what if Kasai changed her spell list and reduced it?
Uh-huh.
She reduces the size of it. So that instead of being a large sized object or creature, it would be a medium one. But the thing is,
That's
enlarge
cool.
reduce only lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It
Wait,
was
what we
going to be a
do-
good plan, and then the 1 minute part.
What we do is we turn the bag of holding into like one of those like bags that you put around the roots.
I was actually thinking of that, too.
Wait, really? I was
Your
just
bag of
leaving.
holding can hold 500 pounds, so you'd have to empty out a considerable amount of it, and consider how you guys have barrels of water and 150 some rations, you'd have to get rid of basically a lot of that.
Mhm.
I forgot
And
about
then
the rations.
it's a question of like how long does it last inside a bag of holding? Because it's like sort of like a vacuum, I guess.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've thought about that potentiality from Kasai's perspective, and it's not the best. She does have one other one, but I don't know if you guys would want to agree to it.
Sacrifice one of us to feed
Go
the plant.
on.
Oh wait,
No,
let the plant possess someone?
sort
There's no
of.
bodies.
There are
Yes.
bodies.
Not the morph,
morph
guy.
guys.
That would be unhealthy.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if you guys would agree to it.
Not
As it
just
fucking
because
makes
of
like a
possession
fucking-
thing, but also like
Because the
for
thing
its own
is-
sake.
The thing is, none of you guys have enough biomass, enough carry
Yeah,
capacity to have it.
Mhm.
If one of you
That
were
thing.
to get executed for a sacrifice to the plant, like some twinsian cult, can't imagine. None of you guys have like the capacity for it, except them.
We'll just
Waste
take
not,
out
want not.
Anushka and Alessander.
Yeah.
Easy, we're done. That's enough.
Doesn't work like
How dare
that.
you. You're dead
Joined
to
in
me.
flower
Not
mesh.
human centipede rule. Sorry.
Oh.
Wait, what's this?
I see no problem with
Using the dead bodies
Guy
that we
in
have
them.
laying around.
I mean, why
Yeah.
not?
What is
They're all about,
What are the
reuse,
drawbacks?
recycle, and
Corrupted
invest.
it
voidic
might corrupt
human
the plant.
being. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Like that's the main reason. Not just like they're already dead. We don't give a shit about that. It's more the it's eating voidic essence, and we spent a lot of time trying to fix the voidic part already.
Enhance ability. Bull strength doubles carrying capacity
How long?
for an hour.
Hmm.
Okay.
Concentration.
That is an option.
That is an
Whoever is tasked with carrying it, you would have a much harder time going through the zone than everyone else, considering how you're carrying something that's probably as heavy as you guys. It would follow the rules of like as if you're like holding a body, because I guess that is what you're doing. Right, so you'd have like half movement speed and stuff like that.
How much does it weigh? Sorry.
Like 200,
250,
225,
75.
275 pounds around that range. So we'll average it 250.
250. Gotcha. 250.
okay.
And it's
have
that's the
an
point of like just
idea.
sheer weight of it. It's also a point of like the wieldiness of it, because it's not exactly
so
It's
a,
a
then-
friend.
it's not exactly a dumbbell. It's not easy to grip. But the counterpoint to myself is that it would be gripping onto you as
I
well.
was gonna say, does it have a good grip?
And it has a pretty decent grip if you're willing to let it overgrow on you, yeah.
I had a fun idea, but it
Mhm.
broke on a similar logic that enlarge reduce with banish. Banish is only a minute, and then I don't know what plane it's native to, so that could be an issue.
Well, it is native to this plane because it was made here. And the more
Oh, so it would return. That's one
so it
part
would
of that
return, yeah,
equation.
but it would return where it left. So that wouldn't help.
Take away all progress.
Ah, I see. Yeah, right. It wouldn't follow. That makes sense.
So, doing the math, it looks like someone with a strength score of 16 or above would be the best candidate for carrying this thing. With bull strength, that is.
I mean, I
That's
have a
good.
flat 16.
I got a 14.
Looked at Anushka.
Yeah, I'm 14.
Oh yeah, hey
Yeah.
Anushka.
Hey, Anushka, how's it
Oh,
going?
nice.
He's the main character, so
So
Laura,
Yeah, the bear, the
Oh, I got
bird,
14.
that
I
would
mean, you-
so your
you have an
carrying
18.
capacity with bull strength would be 570.
Still
You lost
bloody
an item.
gloves, didn't I?
Yeah, she sold the item.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh god.
Bloody
damn.
ironic
Yeah.
it's only now that they actually come into play.
Yeah, right?
My
Blair
God.
has a 20 strength. That being said, you're not getting like you'd have to really
You can't
convince
convince
Blair to like sacrifice all of
I
her
have-
mobility for this.
Mhm.
I have a 19th strength.
15 times.
Oh, yeah.
15.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Blair,
say for the dwarf,
Dwarf,
only
yeah.
the shortest one of you carrying the biggest thing here is possible, but
That
I
would
think
be
you would have
feckin'
like a much
hilarious.
more unwieldy time. It's like it'd be like watching
would-
a plant in like a container that's too small for it.
I would
Oh,
argue that she would have the easiest time because her center of gravity is so
Center of mass
Oh,
lower.
yeah.
Her
close
center
to
of
the rest
gravity's
of them.
fine. The
Yeah.
plant, on the other hand,
See, I'm just imagining this like massive big like plant running with these two teeny tiny little legs underneath it. Just going crazy.
very Looney
She's
Tunes.
the sturdiest of us, in fact.
That's
I mean,
true.
like you said,
She is
low,
like
low
a
center of gravity.
meatball.
I am grounded.
Do we know?
And it would be
what-
very, very comedic.
Well, that friend.
Like, if we go for the seed, do we know what that would mean for? Obviously, for the plant, it would no longer be the same plant. It would be the next plant in line, so to speak.
Well, it would be the same plant. That's
yeah?
that's the sort of the part of killing itself, because it's not. It's like a crab molting, you know. It would be like sucking in all of its nutrients, like it'd be like eating itself, essentially.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, plants can do that. Interesting thing. It will be eating itself, condensing itself into a seed.
I
So
mean,
it would be the
honestly,
same plant.
That's
just reboot.
actually my vote. You had me at crab.
Yeah. This is a good plan because crabs are the best life form. So
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the most efficient.
solid plan. Everything will return to crab eventually.
But like,
That actually raises a good point. Hold on. If it's 96 or above. Okay, you guys are fine. I was gonna put a crab person here.
Hello.
Last crab people the party interacted with. Funny enough, something it's sort of like last time. One I think it was Kirsty's character almost got abducted by one.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
We
the
should have let it
whoop.
happen. We should have let it
Yep.
happen.
Funniest shit ever.
Getting
Oh my
abducted by a
God.
crab person is actually on my bucket list. So.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'll
Like,
roll
that could
again.
take
I'll
all
roll
night.
again.
No.
No.
Oh, it's a 2. You
That's
can
really
get
good,
divided
though.
attention.
2, that's the opposite end of the
the
spectrum.
opposite end
So
of the
maybe instead of
Here,
abducting one
you
of
know
us, we meet a
what?
crab person and gives
That
us
wants to get
a
Let me see what I can do.
resource.
Nope.
We meet a crab person and they're big enough and the plant just takes over them instead.
That would be. That is another option, actually. You guys could go and kill something and bring it back to the plant that isn't voidically corrupted.
Sacrifice to
You
the
guys-
plant.
You guys would just
You
have
have
to
to
like go
find
out some
something.
miles because I don't know if you really noticed. The place is a bit gloomy for a few miles.
Yep.
Bear.
Just go out, murder a bear, casually come back.
Lady Bellwether,
Yeah.
come here.
No!
I mean, no, it's my horse. I get to do what I.
That
do what I
that
want
is
with it.
also okay. That is also an option. You guys can, how to say, dismiss an NPC and have them tend to the
This
plant,
plan.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
and like they could go take it back to town or whatever. Because you need a caretaker for it, because it's not exact.
There's a big fuck off.
Like not everyone is suited to take care of it, because not like if you sent like Blair back with it, she has no magic. But counterpoint is that your NPCs can be resourceful, so you'd be sort of entrusting them to get it done.
The best person to bring this plant back is
Kasai?
Kasai, because she's a druid. We're
Probably.
not doing
America's also a potential option, I feel.
But
Yeah,
know
we-
that if you dismiss them, then you guys will not have their help going forward for all of this.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried
That's
about.
what I'm kind of
Ah.
trying to point out there. It's just like the best options are the options we kind of want to keep around. We
Mhm.
sent Basso, but I don't know what he'd be able to do to help the plan, you know?
would we?
He's
would we
pretty
know,
resourceful.
Crash, if we
Yeah, I
talk
trust
to
it.
the plant, as odd as that is, with telepathically again? Would we?
got, like,
Would it tell us how being reborn from a seed would affect it, like its capabilities?
It would be reborn like trash.
Mhm.
It would keep its memories, it keep its quote unquote knowledge, but it would have to basically grow literally from the ground up again.
Okay.
So it would not have
Fine.
like awesome moonlight
Plant
lance capability it has
season
right now.
Okay, so we'd have to sort of develop those things as it's growing again,
That power.
and
again,
that
yeah.
would probably involve giving it the right nutrients and stuff like that. Am I guessing correctly there?
Correct.
Okay. What we have then, I think, is a resource question. We can spend the resources now, or we can spend them later.
What do you mean?
For this, if we take, it depends on what we want for the plant, right? If we want to use the plant for the keep later, badass keep plant defense turret,
Mhm.
we have two options. We take the plant as it is, and we expend resources now to deal with it, or we ask it to turn into a seed, and then we plant it and spend those resources later.
Yeah, I think later is the best bet. It's because we're in
If
a
it
pretty
retains
volatile
the memories,
zone.
especially, that makes it more viable, in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it
Just to throw more wrenches into your guys' decision making, because that's what GMs do. It can help you if you guys bring it with you as you guys go through
Yes.
this.
That's
Maybe not to the
fair, though.
degree it can right now, because it's rooted in a spot, but if you guys can manage to bring it with you, it can like it can basically act as equivalent to like a legendary action is probably how I'd run it. So it's just like if you guys somehow get it to like grow on one of you, you guys could basically shoot a lance out of it as if it's like a gun on your arm.
Oh, gun. That's all you had to say.
Like imagine like Mandalorian. Like it
Blah.
could do that if you guys could figure that out. Yeah.
If we could.
And of course the meme thing, it could point you to the great sword.
I mean, okay.
The meme
As a
thing.
weird thing, how much of the plant do you like need exactly for it to still? Because we could like effectively take its core, like take the roots and like extending it out of like the base of it. I don't want to say shaft,
Take the
but
seed.
you know, well, not exactly the seed. I'm trying to like figure out how we could have like a smaller version of the plant, but not the seed, to take with us going deeper, so we can still gain the benefits of it.
There's a word for this, but I forget it. It's when you take a branch and graft it onto another thing.
Oh yeah. I
think
think
it's literally called
just
grafting.
Yeah.
You're not grafting it. You'd be relocating it. It's a question of how much are you leaving behind. Trees do something similar. Well, we do it to trees.
Conjure.
They do naturally do it.
Conjure animals lasts an hour.
The more I think
Summon a
about
wolf.
it, the more I think that the seed path is the best option, personally.
I think it's the easiest. I think it's probably the easiest. Lose the capability to find the Moonlight Greatsword with it, probably. I don't think we could just hold up a seed and be like, guide us.
We could ask the
No,
seed.
no, it
well,
wouldn't.
sorry, we could ask the
Yeah.
plant before we go forward. Hey, do you know any cool things that can help us in our trek here before we turn you into a seed?
True.
Or
Mhm.
you turn yourself
Funnily
into one,
enough,
rather?
if you guys didn't kill the trolls, they probably would have been a really good candidate for this thing.
Yeah.
Aww.
True.
We had no future sight for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I
so-
mean, yeah, it's absolutely fair. Because I wouldn't have thought of it at the time.
Well, to be fair,
We
did
go
we kill
back.
them?
We find the mass.
I thought we just left them because.
I
No,
think we
you guys,
melted
like,
them
poured
with
acid and
burned them
fire.
with fire. Yeah,
Mm.
they're
Yeah.
Oh, we did have
unbelievable,
acid.
man.
That's right.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you guys went the whole kit and caboodle.
Pretty well.
They're so
Yes,
beyond dead.